Really, it's a matter of scoping out what you're trying to do. We have different calculators that will run you through based off of your total lead flow, based off of the amount of agents that you have in the seat. And then we can determine the best seat type for you.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How the dialing works. So you guys have uh, a dialer, right? So tell us how this is going to work.
Yeah, so we have a dialer that has different modes. Preview mode just means that it'll call somebody, it'll call two people at the same time. Whichever one picks up, it'll get previewed to the agent. They can say, yes, I want to call that person, and then the call goes through. So that's a preview dialer. Or we have what's called a power dialer, and the power dialer is making multiple calls at the same time. As soon as somebody picks up, the agent hears them, and now the agent is talking to the customer, and that's on an outbound campaign. Then what you can do is you can lay,
What do you mean? The agent means the physical person, right?
yes, the agent is a physical person, correct.
Okay, and the
Yep.
dialer
So
will dial. Okay, one will dial two people at the same time, and the other one 10 people at the same time.
correct. You could do 10 people at the same time and whoever picks up can. Now there's a big thing going on with the big carriers right now. So when you're running an outbound campaign, one of the things that you can't have happen is you can't have your numbers show up as spam likely, or you're just going to go straight to voicemail. You're going to get bypassed. The phone's never going to ring because you've been labeled as a spammer. And so PanTerra Networks came out with something that we call phone number reputation management. What we're doing is we're checking your phone number and making sure that your phone number never shows up as spam, never shows up as scam likely. And then that way, with you're actually able to make that call go through. If you're running a dialer right now and you feel like every single call is always going to voicemail, then you really need to look at your phone numbers and see if they've been flagged for spam. And if they have been flagged for spam, there's definitely ways that you can fix that and get your number back. But most outbound companies that are doing a lot inside of a dialer, they recognize the need for phone number reputation management. And that's also something that we offer inherently in the platform. It's not a third-party company that you got to go hire. It's something that PanTerra can help you do and keep your numbers clean so that every single time you make an outbound dial, it always goes through and it doesn't go straight to voicemail.
That's just great. How much is it? How much it cost?
Yeah, so on the dialer, it's about $100 per user per month, roughly. And that would give you all those different levels, the preview dialer, the power dialer. It also allows you to do all of the AI notes that I was talking about. So the ability to have the notes and the summaries built there right for the person making the call. And so roughly it's about $100 per month for that service. And then for reputation management, it's $10 per phone number per month. So if you have like 5 numbers, that would be $50 per month to manage that. And it's not just telling you when the phone number is showing up as spam, it's actually telling you that it's showing up for spam, but also fixing it and remediating it so that it no longer does. And it takes us about 72 hours to remediate a phone number from getting marked as spam until it's not marked as spam.
So then the what when this phone call from the dialer, um, how many leads, how many phone calls can you make? Let's say if it's 100, you said $100. How many phone calls can you make per day, for example?
You should be able to make 400 dials a day in the power dialer. That's a minimum of 400 dials a day per person. In the preview dialer, you should be able to make 200 dials per day. It's the preview dialer is a little bit slower.
So the
But
preview dialer costs cheaper? How much does it
no,
cost the preview dialer?
oh no, the preview dialer, it's all included. It's just different levels, different modes that you do. But so the preview dialer is just a slower process. So that's why you can do 200 dials a day, and then the power dialer is about 400 dials per day. So, and then what we're
But
seeing
the
a lot
price
of
is the
success.
same, no? The price is the same, right?
Yeah, it's the same solution. It's just the mode that you put it in. So you have a lot of control
What's
over
the
it. Yeah.
difference between 200 and 400? What one is faster than the other one?
Yeah, so because the preview dialer requires that the human in the seat clicks yes, that they want to make the dial. So every single time it's giving you a preview record of the person that is available and you're clicking yes. And so there's a human element to it. On a power dialer, the agent just sits there and they're just waiting for the phone to beep so that they can start talking. So that's why one is slower than the other.
So basically, the slower the phones will ring, and then when the phone, yeah, when it rings, then the person will activate to speak, right?
Correct. Exactly. So on the preview dialer, it's just some agents like to have more control. They like to know who they're going to be calling so that they start with the person's name. On the power dialer, because you don't know who's going to pick up, whoever picks up, then the record shows up and there's a little bit of a delay. So the agent just needs to start speaking immediately as soon as the call comes on. So it's just there's different uh industries require different openings, different scripts. So it really comes down to that individual company and what you want that experience to be for your agents and then also for the customer.
Also depend on the amount of lead that you have daily as well. If you
Yeah,
have only
absolutely.
200 or less than 200, you should use something and take it more slowly
Yep.
because these 200 leads, and then what happened? The people that should don't pick up, can they be called again
Oh
after?
yeah, and you can do double dialing inside of it. That's a very common feature. You call someone, they don't pick up, you give it 30 seconds, it'll just automatically call them again. Normally, if you call somebody twice, they think it's an urgent call and they'll pick up. So those are little techniques inside of the outbound sales world that people use. So yeah, absolutely, you can do that. And you can make sure that when you do the double dial, it always goes back to the same agent who made the first dial. So, yep.
So how uh the velocity be more like, for example, how the whole process work? Like, let's say you have 200 leads, okay? So what they do? Can you please mention the website and what how will be the process for them to start using the software?
Oh yeah. Our website is PanTerraNetworks.com. We actually have a page on our website that shows you all the different types of licenses available inside of our contact center. And really, it's a matter of scoping out what you're trying to do. We have different calculators that will run you through based off of your total lead flow, based off of the amount of agents that you have in the seat. And then we can determine the best seat type for you. Also, additional verticals that are available. So some of our companies, they'll be using the dialer, but then also while they're doing the dialer, they'll have it automatically send a text message at the same time because you're trying to see what is the preference of the client who's going to pick up. Do they prefer to text? Do they prefer to call? But yeah, so anybody that's interested can definitely come to the website panterranetworks.com, or I'm on LinkedIn as well under Shawn Boehme on LinkedIn. So please take a look at that.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.